Now we will do a composition on my class teacher. All of us love our class teacher, isn't it? Or we must learn to love. Now, what will you, when you want to write a composition on my class teacher, let us see what is it we have to think first, what are the things we have to remember as a class teacher. First, her name, what kind of person, yes, then how she deals with the students, how she teaches, how pleasant, happy, friendly she is, all that you have to write. Then how much the children like her, why they like her, why that is nice. And finally, the children, whether they are happy or not happy with the class teacher. So, that is what you think of. So, when a teacher gives you write a composition on your class teacher, these are the things you have to bear in mind. So, we will learn to write about my class teacher. Class teacher is the most important person in your life. Why? Because it only when you like your class teacher, when you begin to love your class teacher, you will be able to learn better. In a junior school, you must have a good class teacher, so that she disciplines you, she teaches you, she loves you, she corrects you, she helps you in learning, forming your character, forming your handwriting, and helping you to go step by step into the next class. So, when you talk about my class teacher, what is the first thing that must come in your mind? When you say your teacher, you remember her with not only her face or smile, but her name. Now, so you will say my class teacher is Mrs. Pavitra so and so. We will say, then what kind of a person she is? A charming person, lady, a happy person. Your class teacher need to be a happy person. Only if a teacher is happy, can you be a happy learner. When she teaches you happily, you accept from her what she is delivering to you, you grasp it happily, retain it in your mind, produce in the paper. So, you have to remember her name, what kind of a teacher was she? Was she a charming person, a happy person, a soft spoken person, a gentle person? Was she a beautiful person? That is what you could. Then what are the normally a class teacher teaches most of the subjects. Some teachers teach only one subject. So, maybe your class teacher was an English teacher and a science teacher, whatever. And how she taught you, or handwriting teacher, how she taught you, step by step, lesson by lesson. Did she teach you well? Did she simplify the lesson? Did she get you interested in the lesson? Did she help you to love the lesson? Okay. Then how did she help you to remember all the points? How much of effort she put in? So, was she a teacher who was always angry, annoyed with the little things, naughty things you all did? Or was she a sportive person, a happy person, overlooked all your naughtiness, encouraged you all the time, explained in a very simple manner, making you understand even the most difficult lessons or difficult sums? Was she a teacher like that? Was she an eager teacher to help you? Was she a strict teacher? Was she a teacher who was all the time bothered of forming, shaping your character, your personality? So, all these things you have to bear in mind. Was she a disciplinarian, yet bringing out the best out of you? So, think of all this when you are writing about my class teacher. Alright. So, now then how did she do? Next is how. How did she go about teaching? Did she only talk with the book, or did she bring charts? Did she play games in the class? All these things you have to bear in mind. Finally, students, all your classmates, did they love her? So, now we will write about my class teacher. Okay? My class teacher is a charming lady, or was a charming lady. Okay? My class, you can give a name also. Okay? My class teacher, will give her a name. Okay? My class teacher, say Mrs. What can we say? Mrs. Sarah. Okay. My class teacher, Mrs. Sarah. Okay, Sarah is a charming, a happy and charming lady. Is a happy. A teacher need to be happy, I told you. Happy and charming. That means she can win over all the students. And she is a happy and charming. Charming lady. So, your class teacher is a teacher, Mrs. Sarah is she's a happy person, charming person. All children, all students automatically love a happy and charming teacher. Then what else can you say? What does she teach you? She teaches us. What does she teach you? She teaches us English, and science. Okay, English and science. So, she is a science teacher, she is your English teacher, she is also your class teacher. Now, what kind of a person was she? She is a gentle, kind and a cheerful person. What kind of a lady she was? She is gentle, she is gentle, kind, she is gentle with you, she is kind with you, and then soft spoken. She is gentle, she is kind, she is soft spoken and a cheerful person. We always want our teachers to be happy, cheerful, soft spoken, gentle with us. Only then we can listen to her, understand what she is trying to teach and retain in our mind and write. Okay, so my class teacher, Mrs. Sarah, is a happy and charming lady. So, you want your teacher to be happy and charming lady. Then she teaches us English and science. She is gentle, kind, soft spoken and a cheerful person, a happy, cheerful person, and that is the junior school teacher. Then what does she do? She encourages. Okay? What does my class teacher do? My class teacher encourages. So, that means she helps all the children, not one, all. She encourage, come on, you can do it, little more you can write nicely, your handwriting is good, oh you are such a nice child. So, the class teacher, my class teacher, what does she do? She is all the time encouraging children, she encourages us and always encouraging and explains the lessons and explains, explains the lessons. How does she explain the lessons? And makes it easy to understand. So, my class teacher encourages us and explains the lessons and makes it easy, makes it easy to understand. So, what does the child want? The child wants the teacher to be gentle and kind, happy, cheerful person. Then the teacher must teach us, isn't it? While teaching, what is she doing to you? My class teacher encourages us. Oh, you're very good. Please sit up straight. Listen to me. Ah, what a nice girl. Encouraging all the time, saying something positive all the time. And explains. How does she explain? Explains the lessons, how, and makes it easy to understand. So, all the children are able to understand what she is taught, what she is trying to teach. Then, but she is also strict and disciplinarian. She is also strict and also disciplines us. So, she not only explains, makes the lesson easy for us to understand, she is also strict. She is a strict teacher. She is also strict and maintains discipline. Strict and maintain discipline. That means she is disciplining the children. She is strict, she disciplines them, makes them understand, encourages them, also help them by making the lesson easy to understand. That's the kind of teacher you have. What is the kind of teacher you have? My class teacher, Miss Sarah, what is she? She is a happy person, a cheerful person, a charming lady. Then, what does she teach you? She teaches you English, she teaches you science. Then, what kind of a person she is? She is gentle, she is kind, she is soft spoken, and she is cheerful all the time. How does she teach? She teaches, my class teacher encourages us, explains the lessons, and makes it easy to understand. She is also strict and maintains discipline. Okay, she is strict and she is also strict and maintains discipline in the class. So, you can't do what you want in the class. She will be a strict teacher, she will help you to maintain discipline in the class, also help you to learn. Okay. What else she do? What else the class teacher does? She makes learning interesting. My class teacher makes learning very interesting. My class teacher makes learning very interesting. Why do you like your teacher? Because she makes, my class teacher makes learning very interesting. How does she make the class very interesting? By bringing colorful charts and flashcards. She makes colorful. She makes nice colorful charts. And flashcards. So she makes the class interesting. How will we learn? We learn by seeing. How will we learn English spellings? By flashcard. So my class teacher Sarah, she's so good. She makes the learning very interesting. How? By bringing colorful charts and flashcards. Then are you happy about your teacher? Yes, we are. We are happy to have a lovely teacher. A lovely teacher. So what do? You pray for her. May God bless your teacher. So when you have a nice teacher, a lovely teacher, how will the learning take place? You'll remember everything. So the first thing is, when the teacher says, write about my class teacher, you have to bear in mind which class teacher you love so much. Why you love her so much? What is her name? What are her qualities? What does she teach you? How does she teach you? How does she make the classroom learning interesting? Only when you are happy with your teacher can you learn and retain things in your mind. So, my class teacher, writing about, when you say class teacher, your favorite class teacher. Only when you love your class teacher can you remember. So, which is your favorite class teacher? My class teacher is Mrs. Sarah. She is a happy and charming lady. Your class teacher, Sarah, is a happy and charming lady. She teaches. Sarah, what does Sarah teaches? Sarah teaches us English and science. English and science, she teaches. She is gentle, kind, soft spoken, and a cheerful person. A happy teacher creates a happy classroom, and children love her and they learn easily. Now, what does the class teacher do? My class teacher encourages us and explains the lessons and makes it easy to understand. So what she'll do? She'll encourage, she won't scold, she won't shout. She'll encourage each person. She'll say good word about each child, and then she will encourage us and explain the lesson. She takes the lesson, she'll explain it how? In a very simple manner, helping us to understand what she has been teaching. She's also strict. If you don't listen, she'll say, look here, listen to me. She's also a strict teacher, and she also maintains discipline in the class. So she's strict with you, she knows you have to learn, she's strict, and she's a disciplinarian also. Finally, my class teacher makes learning very interesting. Whatever the topic, she makes it learning a very happy, interesting situation. Then she makes, to make learning interesting, what does she do? She makes colorful charts and flashcards. Then we are happy to have a lovely teacher like Mrs. Sarah. Lovely teacher like Mrs. Sarah. So that's your class teacher. Okay? So now you know how to write. If you want to write a lengthy composition on my class teacher, then you will say what is her name, whether she is married, whether she got children, how long she was teaching in that school, whether your sister also studied under her. Then you can say how she teaches English and science, what experiment she conducts. Then she is a cheerful person. Now, when you talk about the class teacher Sarah, you want to write a lengthy composition, then you will say, when you say encouraging and explaining, how she explains, what are the things she uses, how she encourages children, that you can explain on. And then finally, making learning colorful by using charts and flashcards, and finally how children begin to love her, remember her, and score good marks. So let's go through what we have written here. My class teacher. My class teacher, Mrs. Sarah, is a happy and charming lady. She teaches us English and science. She is gentle, kind, soft spoken, and a cheerful person. My class teacher encourages us and explains the lessons and makes it easy to understand. She is also strict and maintains discipline in the class. Then my class teacher makes learning very interesting. How? She makes colorful charts and flashcards. We are happy to have such a lovely teacher like Mrs. Sarah. If you write like this, short, correct sentences, your teacher will give you nice marks. The composition we are going to write together is my school. Do you love your school? Yes. Now when you talk about the school, there are many things involved. First of all, when you say your school, the name of your school, where is it? How big is the school? How many teachers work there? How many classrooms you have? But they have a library. What about the campus? The school campus, how does it look? Does it have trees, garden, flowers, all that? Then you talk about how the teachers treat you. What about your principal or the headmistress? How are they to you? How is she to you? How is he to you? Do you get punished at school? Or are they friendly? Are they helpful? Are they helping you in your learning? Are you feeling happy being there? Whenever there is problem, can you approach your principal? Can you go to your teacher? So all these things, when you talk about school, there are a lot of things. When you say garden in the school, there will be a gardener. What does the gardener do? How much of care gardener takes for the plants? How much of care does the teacher take in your growing up, in your learning, in your happiness at school? How much homework they give you? How happy are you in doing your homework? How happy are you going to school regularly? All these, a lot of issues when you talk about school. Then how do you go to school? Do you go walking, or do you have a school bus or a van, or you have your own vehicle? So a lot of things like that. Or is it an old school, or is it just new school that's come up? Lot of things. Then activities. What are the activities that the school provides? How much of it do you enjoy? How they support you in various activities, like major activities like sports day, festivals, the national holiday, flag hoisting day, independence day. What are the things you do, activities you do? Children's day, then you have Diwali, you have Pongal. All these festivals, when it comes, what are the things you do to keep yourself busy, to keep yourself happy? How much of involvement you take together with your classmate and your teacher? There are a lot of things. Totality. When you say my school, are you happy in this school? Are you really learning in this school? Are you happy to go every day to school? Is school another big family? So there are a lot of things you need to, are you proud of the school? So finally, if you are really happy, then you need to thank God for the school you are studying in. So we are going to work on together, you and I, how to write a composition on my school. Okay? So first of all, you must say the name of the school. So the title is My School. Now when you say my school, you can say, is it a big school or a small school? The name of the school, where is it situated? Is it a landmark? Is it a popular school? Is it a co-ed? Both boys and girls are there. There are so many things you can write. But we are writing a short composition. Okay. Now, my school is a big school. My school is a big and happy place. So, my school is a big school. We are only writing a little bit. My school is a big school. My school is a big school. You can write name, you can say where it is situated. If you are writing, you are in a bigger classroom. My school is a big school. Now, when you say big, how many classrooms are there? Then you can say there are 40 classrooms. Okay, that means 40 classes are there, 40 classrooms, and then a large playground. There are 40 classrooms and a large playground. A large playground. That's my school. Okay. My school is a big school. There are 40 classrooms and a large playground. So there are a lot of children running about. So the playground is large. Then we have a beautiful garden. We have a beautiful garden with flowers and trees. We have a beautiful garden. Okay, write short sentences. We have a beautiful garden and there are two gardeners who take good care of the flowers and the trees. There are two gardeners. There are two gardeners who takes good care of the flowers, and there are two gardeners who takes care of the flowers and trees. So we have a lot of trees, a lot of flowers, and there are two gardeners. Now just look at it. My school is a big school. When you say big school, the number of classrooms will be many. So there are 40 classrooms. There are big school. There are 40 classrooms and a large playground. How many classrooms? 40 classrooms and a large playground to run about and play. Then we have a beautiful garden. And who takes care of the garden? There are two gardeners who takes care of the flowers and the trees. So we have lot of trees, lot of flowers. You can elaborate what kind of flowers and all that, but we are writing a short composition. Then let us talk about the teachers. What kind of teachers? The teachers. Okay, well, let us talk about the teachers. All our teachers or the teachers. The teachers are, what kind of teachers? Teachers are friendly, qualified, and all the teachers are friendly, qualified and competent. So all the what kind of teachers we have? The teachers are friendly, qualified and competent. Okay. Now what else they are? The teachers are, they are loving and kind too. They are loving, they love us children, and kind. They are loving and kind. Then, what else they do? They teach us. They teach us well. What do they teach? They teach us well. What about your homework? They teach us well. The homework is not too much. So let's talk about the teachers. The teachers are friendly, qualified and competent. They are loving and kind to us. What kind of teaching? They teach us well. They teach all the lessons well. They teach us well. Then the homework is not too much. What about the principal? Our principal is a very nice person. Our principal is a nice person. What kind of person? It's a very nice person. Now, they do not punish us in any way. So, no punishment is given, homework is less. And what about? We have a large library. We have a large library with thousands of books, with thousands of books. Okay, then what does the school do for you? They encourage us to do reading. They encourage and support us. They encourage and support us to do reading. So, what the school is doing to you? They help you in using the library, encourage you to read and support you in reading. Then, what else? There are many or there are several activities in the school. There are several activities in the school. Do you love your school? And the next you must say, you can say, we love our school. Okay? We thank God for our school. We love our school. We thank God for our school. Now this, remember, it's a short composition. Suppose you want to write a lengthy composition, then you can say the name of the school, how big it is, standing on how many acres of land. Then you can say how many buildings you have. You have one building or two building, you have 5-story or 3-story, whatever you can say. Then you can say exact number of classrooms. Then you can say how large your playground is, how many playgrounds you have, the different games, whether you have basketball court or tennis, all that you can elaborate if you want to write a big composition. Then you can say the garden, how many gardens you have, whether you have a lawn, whether you have a fruit orchard, whatever, you can say all that, whether you have a lunch room, all this you can elaborate if you want to write more. Then the teachers, you can say what kind of teachers you have. If you have a large school, how many teachers in each department, say how many English teacher, how many games teacher, whether you have special art, whether you have special room for the special, all these things you can elaborate on. But remember, we are writing a short composition. So, about my school. So, we are writing few sentences only, okay, about 10 to 12 sentences for a standard 3 or 4. Now, my school. My school is a big school, not primary, it is a high secondary or high school. It is a big school. There are 40 classrooms and a large playground. So, we have 40 classrooms, we have a large playground to play. We have a beautiful garden. Always schools have beautiful garden. There are two gardeners. There are two gardeners. There are two gardeners who takes care of the flowers, flowering plants and the trees. So, we have flowers in the garden, we have trees in the garden. Who takes care? There are two gardeners who look after them. Now, what about the teachers? There are 40 classrooms, a lot of teachers are there. The teachers, all the teachers are friendly. Only when they are friendly you can learn. Qualified, and they are competent teachers to help all of us. Okay, very good. Then, what kind of teachers are they? They are friendly, qualified, competent, loving and kind. They love you, loving and kind teachers. Then, the teachers, now, the teacher, they teaches us well. The homework is not too much. They teach us well and they do not give us too much of homework. Our principal is a nice person. Now, they do not punish us, the principal and the teacher, they do not punish us in any way. Then, we have a large library with thousands of books, and they encourage and support us to do reading. So, we all practice reading in school. Then, there are several activities in the school, all kinds of activities after school, before school. Now, what do? We love our school, we thank God for our school. Okay? So, this is about my school. So, now you know how to write composition about my school. First you have to write how big is your school, what is the name of your school, how many buildings you have, how many classrooms you have, how many gardens you have. In detail you can write if you want to write a lengthy composition on school.